Welcome to the Soap Dish. Hi, Terry. Terry Knight, my co-host.
Hello, Mark Taylor. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
So I have
All right.
just to announce that I have my Vikings garb on today because my fantasy football league is drafting at about 50 minutes from now, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Central Daylight Time.
So the countdown is on.
Big doings.
Yeah. At
All
the
right.
Taylor Estate.
At the Taylor Estate in Broughton. All right, So let's get after it. We got some good stuff to talk about on the Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah. What do you got?
All right, let's start out with the storyline I least like. Brooke and Hope continue to fight Thomas on having custody of Douglas. What I like is they keep Brooke keeps telling Hope to call over there and find out what's going on, and then she's going to go over there and find out what's going on. And she's just a pain. Brooke.
Yes, she is.
And I think Hope would actually be able to buy into
right
it.
now.
I think Brooke could actually maybe buy into this if Brooke wasn't such a pain.
Oh, yeah. I think Hope would have been okay with it because she sees that Thomas is trying, and he's been great. His acting has been awesome, too, but he's really done a good job trying to be thoughtful, and he deserves to have more custody. He deserves to have his son.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah. I'd like to slap Brooke, but we'll talk about that.
You can't. So, what'd you think, Terry, this week of the Brooke and Taylor paint fight that occurred?
I loved it. Oh my God, that was so funny. I can only imagine how much fun those two had doing that.
They looked like they were having all they could do not to bust out laughing. You know?
That's what I thought too. That was fun to watch. I'm glad that they did that. It kind of lightened everything up too. But, and then Ridge coming in.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I noticed too, Terry, at one point they don't cut a lot of these scenes, I imagine, because they don't really have time to reshoot it all the time. But
yes.
I could see he got a big smirk on his face once, and I was like, yeah, he had all he could do, too.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to play it that he was so seriously upset about it, which, whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyway, funny scene. So Hope goes over to the Forrester mansion to see today. Now, I don't think you saw this, Terry.
No, I didn't.
So Hope goes over to the Forrester mansion to see how happy Douglas is there today. That happened.
Okay.
And of course, Douglas comes out and tells Hope Dad and I are having so much fun, and we're doing this and doing that. And that's kind of how that scene ended today, or that part of the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, she's got to understand. And this whole thing about uprooting him, really? You guys live like, what? 10 minutes away by soap opera time?
If it's even that, because I think it's on the same property. It's probably large acreage. Don't you think so? I thought it was.
No, I don't think Brooke's place is not on the same property as Eric's place. I don't think so.
I'm gonna have to put the research department on that.
That's
I was thinking
a really
that was
good
the
idea.
Forrester cabin at one time. I don't remember for sure, Terry. I'll have to look into it.
Oh, maybe so.
Because Brooke's got her own separate condo that she stays at, where Ridge has been living with her when he lives with her.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, so that's a separate condo. That's Brooke's place.
That's a condo?
Well, I don't know. What would you call it?
I don't know.
We only see one room in these places.
I know. I don't know, but I just think that whole custody thing is silly. But I think that that's really going to create issues. Yeah.
Agreed.
So that's why it's kind of fun.
That's why it is fun, yeah. So recently, Hope and Steffy, this was this week too, I think, earlier.
Yes.
They had it out at Forrester Creations, and I'm kind of with Steffy on this one this time, because I'm like, yeah, it's because this is about the Forresters, and it's Thomas's son, and this is the Forrester family kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which you're not part of.
Exactly. And I felt the same way. Steffi can come across as kind of a...
She can.
Yeah.
B-I-C-H.
Yes. But she had a lot of valid points, and that was reinforced by what Brooke was saying. It's all about Brooke. It's all about breaking up Ridge and Brooke. Well, no, actually, it's not. But you're going to make it that way.
Yeah, and Brooke is certainly playing that card, you know.
Yeah.
And I actually don't think, it's pretty clear at this point that Taylor wants Ridge.
Oh, yes.
But I also think that she's not doing any of this, and her excitement is truly about her family, not about, well, I get Ridge back from Brooke.
Oh, God. No. I don't see her character being that devious. Brooke, on the other hand, yes. Definitely. And I think that's why she immediately thinks that, because she would do it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Terry, I just cannot think bad things about Taylor.
Well, of course you can't, you darling man.
You darling man. Oh, that's funny. Now you got me busting up. All right. So let's move on to last time you and I podcasted, Terry, last week. Mm-hmm. Hope had walked into Deacon's apartment or whatever that residential thing is, and she finds Sheila with her back to her as she walks in, and that's kind of how you and I ended our podcast last week, because that's how that scene closed. Right. This week, it was revealed, and I want to get your take on this because I thought it was funny as hell. I didn't even think of this as a possibility, but that when she walks in, Sheila's got that crazy mask on. Well, how in the hell would she have had time? You know what I mean? Because she just opened the door and walked into the apartment. How would she have time to throw on that mask?
She didn't. And I don't think that's crazy, because I'm trying to think in that scene if she still had her brown hair and that wig.
I think it was her wig.
Oh, she did have that on?
I think so.
I don't remember. Okay. Then it would have been, but it was like.
But how would she have had time? She would have had like a half a second or a second to throw that on.
Yes. And you would know it.
Yeah.
There's movement. You put that thing on. It's not like.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was. Yeah, that was definitely.
It was unbelievable. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not a believable thing. So. It's very upsetting for me, Terry.
Well, darn it. They should do better at the transition there. Figure out something. Yeah,
you gotta do better than that.
Yes.
All right, so that was a funny scene. So next, so you didn't see this today either because Terry didn't have a chance to see the show. But Sheila puts on her mask, and she goes to Deacon's bar, Terry. And Deacon, Finn happens to be at the restaurant, and Deacon is talking to him, of course. Finn, this is how the show ended today. So Finn turns around to see Sheila, and he gets this just like super puzzled look on his face, and that's how it ended. I don't think he's going to recognize her. She's got her wig and her mask on, you know. But,
yeah, but
they left you with
feeling.
A little bit of a, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then that's just going to fuel her fire to try and see him again.
Right.
And, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
you know, Deacon had already gone to work, so she throws on her mask and she goes to the restaurant.
Yeah, jeez. How? I can't believe Deacon is that led by, you know.
Well, yeah, you do know.
Lower parts.
I think that's
like,
part of it.
Come on.
I think the bigger part is, though, he's scared of her.
Well, that's true. Yes. He's definitely scared of her. But wouldn't you, I guess to me, I'd be like, oh, I'm calling the cops. Because
every day I hide her, it's getting a little bit worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
And he could walk into the police station or talk to Baker or whatever. Yeah, they'd probably tackle him or whatever and say, okay, you're in trouble. But at least I don't know. Maybe I'm just a
Terry, you're trying to make sense out of it.
do-gooder. I know.
Do-gooder.
That's silly.
All right,
maybe
so
not.
Terry, for
Yeah.
for our listeners, I came across, myself and the research department came across an interesting fact here recently. And that is Rena Sofer, Quinn Fuller is leaving the show.
Wow.
She, and I read up a little bit on this, and she's not interested in renewing her contract. She feels like, just kind of reading, I'm paraphrasing here, but basically she's saying that they've kind of done what they can with my character. I'm not really interested in continuing this stuff with, the love affair with
Yeah. Carter.
And so she's just like, I think I'm not interested in continuing, and her contract was up. So,
That's actually
she said
pretty
they tried
impressive.
to talk. She said she appreciated they tried to talk her into staying, but she
Sure.
just said, I'm done with it. So,
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think she's right.
I do too.
Because I think they've played it out as much as they could. And Quinn was a fantastic character, and Rena Sofer is a great actress.
She is.
So she probably doesn't need to do the show, but it's too bad. But I think, leave on a high note.
I agree.
So,
Yeah,
good for her.
You're leaving on
And
your
then-
own terms, which very few
Right.
people get to do a lot of times. So,
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
anyways, just kind of an interesting deal, and like you said, I'll miss her. I'm kind of. It'll be interesting to see now because they said that they're all caught up, so she's actually done. So I'm sure we're going to
okay.
see her yet on some shows because, as you and I know, they're
Sure.
3-4 weeks, whatever, behind. But
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what they do with her character now, closing out Quinn Fuller on the show.
Yeah.
If they kill her off, or if they're going to recast her.
So
see.
do you have? Yeah, I would hate to see that role recast.
I would too. She's
I-
too good a
I don't
character
think-
and too good an actress. I
Yep.
wouldn't do it.
No, I don't think that would be good at all. But
I think they should
do
kill
you have
her
a
off
prediction
or
on
have
that?
her bolt or something. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. All right,
Okay.
Terry, let's go into predictions.
Yes.
Would you like to?
I don't know
start?
yet. Yes. Would you please start?
I will. I
Okay.
am going to say this, and I'm kind of reiterating some of these predictions because they're still coming, but I'm still predicting them, and that is Brooke. This battle between Brooke and Taylor, and you and I have talked about it at length.
At length,
But
yes.
I do think that I'm going to still make that prediction. It's still going to happen. Brooke is going to piss off Ridge to the point where it's just going to solidify his relationship with Taylor. So I'm still on board with that. I do think that Hope and I know Thomas is hopeful that he can avoid a custody battle. I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's going to be a full-blown custody battle, and that also is going to contribute to my last prediction or make that also more likely. So I'm going to make
makes
those
sense.
two predictions. I'm not going to predict this because I don't have any clear-cut answers yet, but I am really, I'm really interested to see where they go with this whole Deacon Sharp, Sheila. It's by far the best storyline they got going right now.
Yeah, I think so too. Those I like those. And I'm thinking that definitely Brooke is just she's going to be the reason that her and Ridge are not together. Not anything else. It's going to be her because and you know what? I'd actually like to see that happen. Get her out of there for a while and see what happens between Ridge and Taylor. I'd like to see how they would develop Taylor's character, because there's a lot missing there. They could make her character a lot stronger than it is right now.
I agree.
We'll see how they do that, but Thomas, I think, will resist, and I think Hope would resist too, as you had mentioned, the custody battle. But yeah, it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, in my opinion, because of Brooke. And no, just because of Brooke. I think she's going to create that. Liam should keep his mouth shut. He has, okay, you played dad, but you don't have a say in this.
I agree.
At least that's what I think.
I agree with you, and I think he plays his typical swarmy self,
Yeah. So, and I'm wondering what will happen to Carter. With Quinn gone, are they going to get rid of him? Are they going to have another budding romance with Katie?
Katie or...
No, not Paris.
You don't think so?
If she does, she's an idiot. I mean,
That's not outside the
he left her.
possibility, Terry.
Well, that's true. He left her standing literally at the altar. It's not. It's like
I know.
I don't think so.
You think that'd be enough for you? You wouldn't go back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that would say no.
That would be the end of the end.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Anything else, Terry?
I don't think so. You got to get running here.
I got to get running. Big draft.
Yeah.
Exciting.
All right.
All right, Terry. Well, thanks for the time, and until we dish again.
Keep it sudsy.
And we are out.